We've had 12 events over the last 4 days. We're going to need one more to figure out who is the fittest woman on earth. Tia Toomey is your overall leader, but only by 6 points of Cara Webb.
What that means is that if she wins this event, she wins the games.
The final heat of the Fibonacci final is underway. Tia Toomey is on the lunge. Toomey is not going to break.
She just needs to finish ahead of Cara. 5 feet remains.
Oh no! At the end!
She just got a no rep. Now here comes Cara Webb.
But she can't see it!
Will Toomey lose on the final event for the first straight time? She can't still hang on. They are neck and neck at the line.
For the second straight year, Tia Toomey will finish in second place.
I was so gutted, so upset with how everything kind of panned out. When you lose, there's all these situations that you kind of play back in your mind and what if moments that, you know, like what if I'd done this differently, what if I'd done that? Because I did feel like I failed, I wasn't very happy with coming second. It really kind of ripped my heart out.
Next year.
Winning twice in a row does nothing for me this year. Others might expect more, and I definitely feel more pressure this year than I have in years past, but those points are long gone. Everyone's on a clean slate. We're all going to show up at the games with 0 points. We're all going to have to work just as hard all year round, and we're all going to have to perform at the games. It does nothing.
Nothing has changed since winning the CrossFit Games. The one thing that kept coming up was hard work pays off. It's pretty much on a loop in my head of doing the stuff that isn't fun, knowing that when people are watching, that's when this is going to pay off. When I'm down in my basement training by myself, no one's around, no one's watching, that's when the work gets put in. If I want that great moment in front of people, I need to have a lot of terrible, grueling training sessions by myself.
My mental states last year was just, I was a bit burned out. I just want to finish the game, so I don't care what place I'm in or anything. I just want to finish this off.
And Sarah Sigmundsdottir will finish in third.
Going back and taking third place again is not what I wanted. I made some big changes after that. Welcome to my crib.
She uprooted from her native country, moved over here to the US, and planted herself with a full maniacal focus on becoming a better CrossFit Games athlete.
When the stress comes into your mind, that bad voice takes over. I think that's the only thing that I need to change this year. I'm not the same person as I was last year. I'm happy always right now.
What our athletes are doing, everyone thinks is impossible. That you can be that fast, that you can be that strong, that you can have that many different skills. You can walk on your hands, clear an obstacle course, flip objects, get up and down ropes. And so when people see that, I think it's popular nowadays to say it's impossible. They have to be using performance-enhancing drugs.
I don't really know jack about that.
Steroids?
No, I actually don't. I mean, I really want to.
Performance-enhancing drugs in sport outdate even my parents, right? They've been in games and sports for my entire life and far longer than that. You're not going to find in a typical CrossFit gym people that you don't get along with, people who are negative, people who are the Eeyore personality of a woe is me, because CrossFit's hard to do. And slowly but surely these people they self-select out. because they're not drawn to the same things that we're drawn to. They're not drawn to the lifestyle that the CrossFit community has committed itself to.
You can't do that stuff in our community and people be like, oh, cool. Because if we come in here to do Fran, you know, I want to beat you and you want to beat me. And if you're cheating to beat me, it's going to really piss me off. And if you're using steroids, it's going to really be an unfair advantage. I'm not going to be happy about that. So you're held accountable by your peers in the CrossFit.
So are performance-enhancing drugs in the sport of CrossFit? Yes. Do they have an impact on the sport? I don't think that anybody who's using is having an impact on the leaderboard at the top level.
We do test the top people, and the top athletes and the best in the world largely are not.
I mean, the truth is, the steroids and PEDs has never tainted anyone in the top 10 of our sport.
If champions were tested positive, CrossFit would be the first person to dime them out.
Are there athletes who are essentially cycling off whatever they're on so they can test clean at the games? Possibly. I'm not going to say no. Are the guys winning? Are they clean and tested? Yes, absolutely. Matt's been tested. All those athletes who are on the podium have been tested, and they're clean at the moment of the games.
You have Ben Smith, who's been around forever, being at the top on the podium. It can test after test and comes back clean and does things the right way. And then two athletes who showed up last year, Patrick Vellner and Brent Fikowski, who had fantastic rookie seasons, tested clean, and are now the next in line to be pushing Matt Fraser for the top of the podium. And they're really the future of the sport. And then you have Matt Fraser, who at the top has been a sensation since he stepped onto the scene in 2014, finishing second and on the podium every year since. And he's been probably tested more than anybody, and he's come back clean and done it in a way that has allowed him to excel at the highest level.
I feel like we don't even know how good Matt Fraser is. He should have to do a marathon before the games start just to level the playing field like the day before.
Let this sink in for a second, okay? He accidentally won the Open. He didn't mean to, and he was upset about it. He said he checked the leaderboard and his girlfriend heard him scream a swear from the other room. She's like, what happened? He goes, I'm winning the Open. I'm not supposed to be winning the Open. Like, I'm not ready yet. So even when he's not ready and not peaking, he accidentally won the CrossFit Open.
Let me just quantify how good this guy has been. Over the past year, Matt Fraser has been in 2 regionals and 1 CrossFit Games. That's a total of 28 events. He has been the overall leader after 27 of those. The only time he wasn't on top of the leaderboard was after the ranch deadlift ladder at the CrossFit Games.
Every guy is a threat. There's not too many that I'm thinking like, I don't need to worry about them. That's not happening too often.
You're not even looking at anyone else. The whole time you're just looking at him. The only person who gets a glimpse from the audience besides Matt Fraser are the people's moms who are there, who are looking at their kids, and the guy who's in second place, you kind of have a soft spot in your heart for. He does everything well. He does the running well. He does the heavy lifting well. He's the best shit talker too.
Going into a competition, I'm not wishing bad on anyone. I hope you play your cards right. I hope you are in the best shape of your life. I want a good race. I want to feel good about this win. I hope you do well. I'm going to try to beat you.
So coming into the 2017 games, first you have to look at Katrin Davidsdottir. 2-time champion, looking to be the first three-peat on the women's side. Right behind her, Sarah Sigmundsdottir wins the CrossFit Games Open this year, has one of the most dominant regional performances, and has been right in that lead pack for the last 2 years, looking like she could make a run at the title.
You can't count out Tia-Clair Toomey. She's just a phenomenal athlete who's been knocking on the door and just sort of seemingly trying to work out her head game because her physical game is definitely there. But here's the deal. As far as I was concerned with the women's field going into 2017, you might as well pick a name from a hat because it's going to be a new venue, and you know that Dave Castro is going to mix things up.
Dave has a great vision of what he wants to accomplish at the CrossFit Games, and he's really committed to seeing that vision realized. It usually starts with themes, or it starts with a couple building blocks, and then he'll kind of fill in the blanks around those.
So you start putting these things on a wall, you start laying them out, you know, O course, cyclocross, run, swim, run. These are empty spots that aren't programmed, but I'm going to program them as traditional CrossFit. And this means I've tested it. So this is testing with time with the athlete with the date. 17.5, but at 135.
I love it.
I don't know if this is a 9 or 10 minute workout or if this is like 11 and 12 or 13 and 14. That's kind of why we want to test and figure it out. Programming for the test, I'm programming for the spectacle, I'm programming for the theatrics of it, I'm programming for the actual entertainment, and also testing strength, and also testing endurance, and also testing different movements. You were getting good hits. I'm thinking 16 pull-ups, 30 or 40 skier cal, 20 people per heat, 2 again at 245. Some people have allergy issues, I bet you. I do. This is my form of art, and I try to get better at it. And there's the little things like, you know, any of these workouts can be done in one spot in your gym, but we lay them out across the whole floor. Sometimes we add multiple rigs so that it's just like a straight race through. That's part of the art of it. That's part of just seeing 5 rigs out there is powerful, and it's great for Rogue, it's great for us. It's just a big welcome to the CrossFit Games.
Yes, I've been practicing this one. I knew this was coming. All right. Ready? Nah, I'm just joking. I'm Tia Claire Toomey, and I'm the fittest woman on the... What is it even? I don't even know what it is. Fittest woman. Sorry, guys. I think I've been saying I've been the fittest on the world or something like that. I'm Tia Claire Toomey, and I'm the fittest woman on earth. Oh, what? Oh, man. Like Sarah and Camille and Katrin, English is their second language, and they probably all say it better than I do. Alright, what's my excuse? Alright. I'm Tia Claire Toomey, and I'm the fittest on earth.
You know, at the very beginning of the week, people show up and it's all happy-go-lucky, high fives, chest bumps, we're laughing, we're having a good time, and it's a couple of fun dinners. When you arrive on Thursday morning, everything's different. There's maybe light banter, and people deal with nerves in different ways, of course, but it can be pretty icy cold when you go back into the warm-up area. People are starting to get their head wrapped around exactly what it is that they need to do.
It's our first event, so very excited to get this started and kick this off, so yeah.
I think she's doing good. She had a good night rest, she's ready to go, so. No, I didn't have a good sleep, no. No, I get more nervous than she does, believe it or not.
There's rain on the horizon, there's black clouds floating in. They know that they've got to get in the water, and the tension is palpable.
And everyone has no faith in me. I think I'll just kind of do something weird. Although Sarah and I did just go into the men's toilet.
Girls are just as good as guys who can use their bathrooms.
You ready?
Always.
Before that workout, I had never felt like I could have pushed myself as hard as I pushed myself in that workout.
10 years the games resided in California, but for year number 11, we shake it up here in Madison, Wisconsin, as we get ready for the opening event of the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games.
It's starting to sprinkle here a little.
So event 1 started with a 1.5 mile run. The event actually started with a max effort sprint.
He's like went out of a cannon.
I think we were running 5:28 miles.
I've never ran a 1.5 miles that fast in my entire life.
Ricky Garrard is out front. Behind him is Matt Frazier. Alex Anderson are your leaders, but Tia Toomey leads on the run here. She has finished second overall at the CrossFit Games the last 2 years.
I was just like, oh, yeah, like I'm sticking it to Sam. Like, come on.
So I'm the first one that gets to the water, and I only see one buoy straight ahead of me. And I'm looking around. Okay, that's not a bad swim, but like, where are the other two buoys? So I start looking around, and I'm shouting for someone. Where do I go?
Brent Fikowski has moved into the lead here on the swim as he has gained a lot of ground and is now past Matt Fraser.
And after that, I didn't look back. I just swam as hard as I could.
Brent Fikowski's out of the water. He will grab his shoes. Fikowski's slipping on that pavement. He's all right. Christy Aramo is the first woman out of the water for the women. Tia Toomey second out of the water. So this is going to be a race.
Go and find my shoes, making sure like just super focused on the transition. Christy actually ran right into me and I like turned her around and like pushed her.
Fikowski leads for the men, Aramo and Toomey for the women, and Matt Fraser is getting his shoes back on as well.
So every now and again, I'd look back and just wanted to make sure that lead was about the same. I didn't have a lot of energy left in my legs. And then I saw a female. I couldn't tell who it was because it was a brief glance, and I thought, oh no, that's definitely Sand Briggs. She passed me the year prior in the first event of the year, the run. And so I continued on just running at my pace, thinking, you know, she passes you again, she passes you again.
And now Toomey and Aramo are threatening to do the same thing. And now the rain has started to fall here in Madison, Wisconsin.
So I just went hell for leather, and I didn't even see Brent in my sights. I was just needed to beat Christy because I wanted those 100 points and I wanted to start on top.
And Tia Toomey is going to pass Christy Aramo. Brent Fikowski takes it for the men. It's Tia Toomey for the women and Christy Aramo in second place. Samantha Briggs is going to lock up third place for the women. Now a sprint between Fraser and Mooney.
Pat Vellner, 35th in the ocean swim last year. Battled back to the podium, incredible, but 35th. So you're like, okay, this kid's a rising star. It's phenomenal. Who knows what Pat Vellner can do? This will be the guy that we want to see give a run to Fraser. So, hey, what does he lead off with? Hey, how about a 36th?
That fucked me up pretty bad. Dude, yeah. Both my quads cramped up. Oh, real hard. Normally I try to catch people on the run, but like I couldn't. I got past them. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's like the one event I wanted to improve from last year was like swim event, and I just punted it into the stand.
She's a little bit disappointed, but not in her effort. The effort was there, but I think everybody projects out to the finish a little bit. You know, where they think that they're going to finish, even though it's not a great thing to do. I don't think that's where she expected her finish to be.
It went way better than I expected. It's worth it to lose a toenail now. Don't show it though. Sam calls it Fiona, like in Shrek. It will be pretty again when it has its nail back.
Oh, I was in so much pain, and then we got to the end, and because I was like, where is that finish line? I swear it's getting further and further away. And then, yeah, we've seen the finish line. I was like, just bring it.
Hold on to our heels. Just hold on. And then all of a sudden, like I'd pass and then she'd pass and then we just ended up side by side. It was fun. She's awesome. It was really fun.
Getting back to Mr. David Castro, he excels at finding things people aren't doing. That's true. Like you've been neglecting something, Dave will figure it out and he'll work it in. Cyclocross, right? So, biking with obstacles. You don't want to see anybody get hurt, but you want to see them fall.
Did not expect there to be a cyclocross at the games.
Something very unknown that no one had ever really done.
I'm not kidding, that's one of my favorite events ever.
Oh, I was excited. Yeah, I like that. Leading in the 2017 season, we got in a bike, and man, too, it was terrible.
For me, there wasn't a lot of pressure because I didn't know how good I was at that event.
They train all the time on stationary bikes. Now we get to see how they actually do on some mountain bikes.
3 1.5-mile laps around this track. They have some interesting terrain and some obstacles to deal with as well.
Early on in the cyclocross event, Ricky Garrard jumped out to a pretty significant lead. And that was really kind of the first time that he caught the eye of the public and the rest of the CrossFit community.
The Australian rookie, Ricky Garrard, is your leader. The defending champion, Matt Fraser, sits in second, and Jonakowski in third. Top 2 athletes, Samantha Briggs and Kristen Holta, and Catherine David's daughter is in third.
You always feel someone just in front of you or just behind you trying to hold you off.
And your lungs are burning, your legs are burning.
Final stretch, Kristen Holta trying to hold off Samantha Briggs. And she will win the event. Just a dominant race from the Australian rookie. He will win the event and demolish the top time by more than a minute. Yeah! Good news for Matt Fraser is that he will finish second overall in this event. He will move up the leaderboard. This is big for Catherine David's daughter. She will be third overall in this event as she beats Tia Toomey's prior best mark.
To see her place 8th and win her heat was just amazing for me. Like, even though it was 8th, but personal performance was amazing.
Happy overall. I mean, thought I might be good for a little higher finish, but I'm happy with my time. So
I stayed with him just as like a target for the first like third of a lap, but it was like he was in a league of his own on the time trial. So.
Amanda. That is your event for the individuals tonight. You are going to do 13 muscle ups, 13 squat snatches, 135, 95, 11, 11, 9, 9, 7, 7, 5, 5, cross the finish line.
Yeah, good. I think it's about time we get barbell back on our hands, hey? That feels good. Hopefully warm-up's better, actually. I think I jumped the gun, actually. We haven't actually done a muscle up yet, so I don't know how she feels.
I have a feeling some girls are going to try to do an unbroken set, or, you know, they'll break it up into 2s if you think it's better for you to go into 3 sets. Yeah. Because like I said, when it gets to that 9.75, that's when you'll start to take off, okay?
That's true.
So if you can kick in that second gear, go for it. It'll be fine. Have fun.
Muscle ups look good, so we're feeling real great, real confident.
Good, man. After those 2 events, dude, I went back to the hotel, slept for 2 hours, took a shower, got a massage, came back, and I was just like, feel great. Let's do this.
All right, the best in the world are now starting this workout, newly named Amanda, after Amanda Miller.
It was really a hallmark event that David programmed as a nod back to our very first year competing under the lights at the tennis stadium in Carson.
You don't remember Jason Cleveland in the 2010 games doing Amanda? Rewatch the footage and then play a little bit right here.
Jason just has a failed rep there. Jason's covering some real estate with that bar there.
I remember watching it in the stands. I'm like, ended up throwing the barbell into the wall.
Very speedy cameraman got it out of the way, and we're going to get a great view.
And it was really cool because it was also the very first event that we had in the new arena in Madison under the lights as well. So it kind of had that parallel between the two. And it was the perfect way to kind of kick off the competition weekend in the Coliseum.
As is customary at the CrossFit Games, we are closing things out under the lights. We are inside the Coliseum here at the Alliant Energy Center. Final heat for the women, and Amanda, 45.
I thought a lot of this event was going to come down to grit, willingness to suffer and endure pain. And in my head, I mean, Sam Briggs was almost synonymous with enduring discomfort.
Sam Briggs' technique on the rings is so impressive. She kept herself so high over the rings.
Green, the first one to the round of 11. Sarah Sigmundsdottir, Tia Toomey, Sam Briggs, all in a rep-per-rep tie.
I can go all out now. This is no problem. And then, like, in the muscle up, so many regrets right now.
Matt Fraser has put himself back in the lead, but he has a host of challengers right behind him.
That bar cycling that he has is absolutely incredible.
I'm in the middle of snatching,
can't see the clock because Stefan was plopped down right in front of it.
And I see this.
Move.
A couple of cameramen who were covering up the clock.
That's weird. He's looking right at me. He should be focused on trying to win the event.
Finally, I was like, screw it. Not seeing the clock during this event.
Going rep to rep, and I heard him come down.
I really am enjoying Ricky Garrard's attitude and intensity that he's bringing to this event.
The fatigue in the arms was settling in. We were pushing that pace pretty extreme.
Here comes Matt Fraser. Final set of ring muscle-ups. She has 5 to go, but here comes Samantha Briggs and Tia Toomey.
And Sam came down, but Green's still up.
This is my go. I gotta go now.
Tia Toomey has moved into second place. Jamie Green with 1 to go. Jamie Green will win Amanda 45, her first career victory at the CrossFit Games. Here comes Tia Toomey. Different location, different year, different events, same result. Matt Fraser takes Amanda 45 and may have the overall lead.
So to see Tia Claire Toomey be composed in that workout and methodically with each round chase down Sam Briggs, to me that was the kind of championship mindset and composure that we didn't see out of Tia the last couple of years, and she showcased it in a really big moment under the lights in the Coliseum to start the weekend.
Stefan, get the out of the way.
Did you end up getting the winning time? No. I'm so sorry, dude.
Oh, that wasn't because of you.
Okay, good. Good. You suck.
You know, just collecting second places again.
I'm well aware when I go into a workout like that I'm not beating Matt Fraser or Cody Anderson. Like, that's just a reality, just like I'm sure they know they're not beating me in a run, swim, run.
It's probably the best muscle-ups I've ever done in competition. But it was very paced, but then I was like, I don't know, could I have gone faster, could I not? I'm legit just like, it was okay.
You had him in your sights
Yeah.
for the entire workout.
Halfway through the 7 muscle-ups, I was, oh shit. Come on, triceps. Hold on.
It was great to see some new blood injected into the competition. And this kid who was seemingly underdog, all of a sudden some of these events are lining up really nicely for him. Immediately, he's an easy kid to get behind. An Australian, all the Aussies were getting fired up. You know, he's a little bit crazy. He's a little bit like he flies off the handle, and like he always goes straight head first into workouts.
Like, he played rugby, serious rugby. That dude is a freak athlete. It's a little scary, you know?
So maybe Matt Fraser's not going to dominate the CrossFit Games for the next decade, because here's this kid who's pushing him in a couple events, and we got a little bit of a race on our hands.
Having Ricky Garrard, a rookie in 3rd place, starting to go into the weekend was really impressive, but the CrossFit Games, especially for your first time, is a beast unlike anything else that they've ever seen. So to be able to hold on throughout the entire weekend is a whole another task in itself.
It's a beautiful morning.
Doggers, how do you feel? How did Amanda go yesterday?
Not as well as I hoped for, but it's good that that happened early this weekend so you can learn from it. Do you see how gangster I am today? Sweatpants and a hoodie on. I just need a chain and I'm good. And then I'll rap for you.
Yeah. So I actually shot a full naked calendar a few years ago for a gift exchange, a Secret Santa gift exchange. No regrets. It's tasteful. It's art.
Leaving it to the imagination.
It's art. Plus, I mean, if it's black and white, it's art anyway, so facts.
The second day, I needed to start getting some points, and it was like, we gotta start making fewer mistakes and starting to rally.
Everything you see there, the turf field to the sand pit that hosted the obstacle course, was not there before. That was just a parking lot where they park RVs for the sheep shows. Rogue put it in virtually overnight.
So the obstacle course was a really cool format. It was a 3-round elimination bracket.
My favorite part about the obstacle course was how bad the weather was.
They're like, all right, everyone, you gotta take your pants and sweatshirts off before you go out, like just in uniform. It's like 58 degrees out there, guys, like, and it's pretty windy, it's pretty chilly out there.
Give me the 2 biggest dudes, get over here to hold me. Keep me warm. Man blanket.
I thought it was hilarious that we were all like freezing.
If there's anything better than an obstacle course, it's a wet obstacle course. It's just fantastic.
Day 2 of the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games, and we start outside for event 4, the obstacle course. Fellner falls off the log and will have to start again.
It's like really stressful because one mistake and you can play so low in it.
Tanil Reed-Burline all by herself in the lead.
You have to be fearless. You just go.
Patrick Fellner made up a ton of ground.
Caught up to everybody and still won the heat.
Fellner, the first man through the platform. Sarah Sigmundsdottir all by herself in first place, but now has to go back.
It was a heart attack for me.
That is going to cost Sarah Sigmundsdottir. Davidsdottir's up first. She's going to take the heat. She'll move on. Matt Fraser will take the heat. Tanil Reed-Burline dusting the competition here in heat number 4.
I've never been so emotional after a workout before.
Well, it's a pressure-filled couple minutes because as soon as the first heat of athletes are finished, we very quickly have to stack rank the qualifying athletes who move on to the next round. And then you've got the athletes that are right there looking over your shoulder and thinking they know what's going on and speculating.
Don't worry about it. Well, Boz will handle it.
Sigmundsdottir landed on the rope, and that's why she got called back.
And that's another.
Are they gonna make people who don't advance stay outside?
As you know, CrossFit athletes have an aversion to clothing. They like to compete almost buck naked. And so they weren't prepared for it to be chilly out there. Man, it looked bad. I felt bad for them.
Hey, what are you talking about? Cold. Not cold, bro!
Laura's daughter and Sarah Sigmundsdottir.
I heard my name and I was so surprised that I just started crying. I don't want you to feel me crying.
Okay, head out, head out, head out. Fix those guys, fix all those guys.
Final semifinal heat is underway. Winner moving on to the finals. Patrick Fellner onto the rope swing, and he hits the ground. He'll have to go back.
I was able to clear the rope swing and get ahead of them.
Fikowski out in front, and he has opened up a huge lead over the rest of the field.
And Burline is not giving the two women behind her much of an opportunity to catch her as she is once again ripping through this obstacle course.
I felt like they were right beside me, so I jumped to the third rope, slid down, ran back.
Here come Fellner and Muhammad.
I'm very aware, hyper-aware probably of the competition, and like you try to use that to push yourself and beat people.
Who's gonna get that final qualifying spot automatically out of this heat? It's Patrick Fellner.
So Tanil Reed-Burline will make the touch, and she is going to the finals. Thorisdottir is going to beat Sigmundsdottir, and that means Sigmundsdottir is going to get shut out of the finals. Final heat underway. Patrick Fellner in the blue top looking to work his way up the leaderboard. Had a disappointing day 1.
The pressure was a little bit off, and no matter what, you have to go for it. Maybe you get 100 points, maybe you get 5th, whatever.
Bethany Branham in the blue shorts on the hurdles has the lead, but here comes Tanil Reed-Burline. They are neck and neck under the net with ease, and now on to the caving ladder, and one final climb sits between Patrick Fellner and an event win.
I ran a smooth race on the last run, and I felt like I earned that win, and I was proud of my performance at least.
Could be wrong, but is that your first CrossFit victory, like CrossFit event win?
Oh my gosh, it is! That's so cool!
How excited are you for the snatch?
It's the best feeling in the world, snatch in competition. So excited.
I actually like more like 90% lifts for many repetitions, but when it's lifting, I'm always happy.
you have 20 seconds to do this lift, and so you're obviously wanting to make sure you're executing everything, and you're not feeling rushed or anything.
And I was like, guys, I'm starting to smell. And they were like, sorry, man. Yep. So I got my leader jersey framed, and it's just disgusting. It's off-white. All the negative stuff comes to light when it comes to competition time of, just the pressure and how you handle it and the circumstances you're in, all that stuff.
Based on my placing from the obstacles, I would say I was pretty angry going into it. I'm not letting this sabotage me. It's not over yet. I kind of just brush it to the side, focus on the snatch. I've worked hard on my snatch leading into the games. This is the time to shine and show myself and others what work I've been doing.
When there's a snatch event, you get excited. You know it's going to be in the stadium, it's going to be crazy intimate, you're going to be close to them, and they're going to take the time, these animals, to lift one at a time, and for you to just scrutinize their movements and look at their bodies and the tension around how much weight they put on and the way they stare at each other. And so they call the snatch event, and you right away are thinking, okay, you already know who's going to take first place. It's going to be Cara Webb.
One athlete I'm looking for to win this is Cara Webb, who has a listed snatch of 220.
Look, if Cara Webb was a superhero, her superpower would be lifting barbells. I want Cara Webb's legs. I want Cara Webb's ability to snap her hips open. When it comes to getting herself underneath the barbell, there is no one better.
You know, her track record at the CrossFit Games has been she's always a factor. But there's, in previous years, been one event or one circumstance that kind of took her out of it.
Entering the final day of the 2014 games, she has the lead. Everything looks great, and she seems to just all of a sudden fall apart. Come to find out later that it was an injury that she had been nursing since before the games, but it was a huge, huge disappointment for people who were ready for her to win the games. So come back, 2015, she's one of the favorites for the podium, if not the favorite for the podium. And here she goes on Murph, and she's carried off the field on a stretcher.
I suffered heat exhaustion, heat stroke, collapsed and passed out at the finish line.
Cara, how you doing? Can you talk to me for a second, okay?
And then to even keep pushing throughout the weekend and survive, and then, in the results side of things, 5th is still amazing given the circumstances.
She came back in 2016, and I wasn't watching her. In the Australian community, I think she was the one. I remember the huge surprise, not just by her, but anybody who was involved in that regional, for example, who was like, Tia Claire, wow, I was not expecting that. Like Cara was the one. Cara was the Australian athlete.
I've wanted to be on that podium from the second that I got there, but she threatened my position. And when she was on the podium, I was pissed, not at her, but I was pissed. I was like, I want to be that person, I wanted to be that Aussie up there holding that flag, and she just had what I wanted. I think I came into my own a little bit and was forced to have a look at the person that I was and who I wanted to be, and then what I wasn't doing to align with that. And then as I started to live a little bit more true to myself, I just started doing things that felt right for me so that I could be one step ahead of the game, for every event.
Two more chances for the top 10 here in women's event number 5 of the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games to better their score and perhaps take 100 points.
The women are so ridiculously capable and fit and strong and powerful that I don't think most people get it. It just goes back to the whole thing. They make it look too easy.
Like I say, like when I'm out on the competition floor, I'm fearless.
I was a bit nervous because we only had 2 attempts. I just decided that I would just look at my bar and not look around. Because if you see somebody fail, you start thinking about failing.
First time we're seeing a 200-pound ascent. With a smile for Sarah Sigmund's daughter, and look out everybody else.
I knew that to get into the top 10, you were going to have to lift heavy. You're going to have to lift heavier than people thought you were going to have to lift.
We're in the Coliseum, like I'm not trying to lift light bars. Like I could have put 5 pounds on the bar and tried to hit another one, but like no one's trying to do that. No one's trying to watch that.
Spotlight's on you, crowd's roaring. It doesn't get much better than that for doing heavy lifts.
Matt Fraser, 291.
That is textbook lifting from Matt Fraser.
Ricky Garrard also going for 287, also a 5-pound increase.
So pumped, slammed it, looked up the bend and just threw my hand in the air. And I was like, you know what, I'm at the CrossFit Games, might only be here once. So I looked up the bend, 300, and he's like, bring it on.
So it came to my turn to attempting 202. Now that was going to be a PB if I hit that.
So be a personal record for Tia Claire Toomey at 202 pounds.
She said she wanted 91 kilos, put about 92 on it and see what happens. 300 on the bar for Brent Bukowski.
Your eyes immediately go to Cara Webb because when it comes to the heavy events, she just dominates.
I knew everyone was looking, thinking I'm going to do something stupid just because I can snatch really heavy, but I'm not stupid, I'm sensible.
One thing in line for Cara, who came with the heaviest lift of the group, was a very easy 203 for Cara Webb.
I just wanted to get a sensible lift and kind of play the game a little bit, and yeah, it worked in the end.
That was unreal. I think I PB'd my my snatch in like the first. It was in the first round. So anything on top of that was just epic.
Unbelievable what happened. 10-kilo jump in 3 weeks. I have to thank the crowd. It's pretty epic out there.
Is he still your fiance?
He is.
When's the big day?
Big day. We don't really know, do we?
Yeah, see how she goes this weekend. That'll determine. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. She's still in the trial phase, seeing how we go. She's doing well so far.
I mean, she's in 9 years and I'm still in the trial phase.
Tia's really good at understanding from a perspective of an athlete to a coach relationship, so she respects me so much when it comes to coach time.
We'll stretch this and then we'll get it straight into our laps, activating them, warming them up, okay?
There's scenarios where I'll just throw a curveball and then she disregards that I'm a coach and she just talks to me like I'm a partner. Yeah.
We're at Rich Froning's, is it basement? Or just say man cave. Just starting to work out while everyone's upstairs celebrating Rich's mum's birthday.
The hardest part is just trying to find that balance where we're being really productive with training and then being in a relationship.
All right, what's next?
So we're gonna do a Metcon.
Is that it then?
Mm-mm. And then we're gonna do some more accessories, and then we're gonna do some core accessories.
Are you shitting me?
Hey, our palette. Another day at the office.
Oh, that's annoying. I sound like an elephant.
So you got one more to go.
You said 4. Oh.
And we have our Triple G Chipper, event number 6 of the weekend, starting with 100 pull-ups into the 80 GHD sit-ups.
So the Triple G Chipper was actually really a fun event. It was one that really kind of started Cara Webb's charge up the leaderboard, and it was a great event for her.
I went out there with no plan. The only plan I had, I was like, breathe and pay attention to what my body is telling me.
You know, I love that event. It was just a good combination of, all right, who can do gymnastics? Now who can do grunt work? Now who has good cardio? Now who can move some weight? None of those things are in my wheelhouse, but I train every day to not have a wheelhouse.
Cara Webb is looking for her 4th career event win, along with her first trip to the podium. And Cara Webb, she won the snatch competition. She wins event number 6 as well.
And it was a huge event for her, particularly because Tia kind of finished middle of the pack. So Tia at the time was at the top of the leaderboard, so it was a great opportunity for not just her to have a strong finish, but to pick up a ton of points at the girl that she's chasing for the top spot in the white leader's jersey, kind of give herself some momentum going forward.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have more fans this year?
Yeah. This is crazy. I'm always hearing my name. It's unreal. I think it's because I'm such a good singer.
Yeah, absolutely.
This, my friends, has been a very, very long day. But obviously, it's not over. Phil, have your crew bring it.
What is this?
Does anybody recognize her?
So he announced the banger first, and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be epic.
I was very excited when they announced that workout again. Well, it's not the same workout. Definitely not with having the assault bike first, but I was very excited about the assault bike.
I think in the men's field, only Ben probably was the only guy who was around when they did that. He wasn't giving up any secrets, so we all had a lot of YouTube tutorials in the back there.
Just doing a bit of history. When Dave said, oh, do you remember when this was? I was like, that's before my time. I've got no history of that. That's pre-our Dave.
I did think it was funny how many people came over like, oh, you must be excited. You've tried like that hammer and the banger before. I'm like, yeah, I tried it, but it's pretty much just banging on an object. And it's not like I remember what I did, 5 years ago.
So, CrossFit Games started in 2007, 2008. Those were the 2 years of its infancy. And in 2009, we had Annie Thorsdottir show up to Aromas, California. And she showed up with this physique that was shocking. Annie just being at the 2009 games, I felt like lent some credibility to this truly being the test of the fittest, right? Because now people were coming from other countries. And not only were they coming from other countries, but they were specimens like Annie. She won the hearts and minds of the CrossFit community. And I think it's fair to say that she is, of all of the current athletes training, men and women, she is the darling of CrossFit.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
You guys are from Spain?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a bus that just dropped you off or what?
How often does that happen?
Well, we have a lot of drop-ins here, and there was a taxi driver that came here the other day, and he was like, you know what? CrossFit Reykjavik is the second most popular location for taxi drivers to go to in Iceland. That's crazy, right?
That's awesome.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I started as her coach.
Oh, you started as a coach?
Yeah. She came to my gym, and I was like, oh, she's got great potential. Let's push her to compete in the Christmas comp. She did.
I did.
What year was that?
2011.
Okay.
So it was, Annie won the games, and I was kind of like lost, and my mom and grandma saw her, like her on TV. She was on the news. She was like, why don't you try that? And I was like, okay. And so I just literally called her gym, went to her gym, and she shows up to teach the foundation class. I was like,
2012 was your first year, eh?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was all me. Okay, jag tar den på sniffen först.
Okay, I'll go live too. She's just running to the bathroom. She goes, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. I'm just not gonna say that in English. Don't worry, I'll translate for you.
Of course, with Katrin winning the games, it gave me that drive, like, I don't want her to win the games again. Like, I want to win the games. But that being said, again, super happy that she did. Like, not just because she's from Iceland, she's also has been my training partner. We're friends. Like, happy for her. But I want the same things as well.
It's only 30 calories. That'll be done in about a minute. So it's just 3 times 20 seconds. First 20 seconds, you don't feel. Next 20 seconds, full hurt. And then it's just 20 seconds left.
And just contact, move your feet.
I was sitting in the back watching everybody warm up, and I never realized how many big boys we had this year at the games until we were back there, and I was listening to all those bikes ramp up. I was like, what's going on here?
I think a lot of different things can happen with a sprint event like this when you mix in the assault bike and that 20-foot banger. I'm hoping that someone just pulls the pin and throws a grenade in the top 10 after this heat. Time to do some work. Assault banger, event 7 of the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games is underway. The final heat as we close out day 2 of 4 days of competition.
And I was biking and like not looking at the screen, just counting my strokes. And then I heard the announcer say that my judge's hand went up. Oh no. Looked at the screen and just stopped pedaling. No. Like, look side to side, and no one else's hands are up, and I'm like, man, I know how this ends.
And I think I was at 31 calories, and Patrick Vellner jumped off the bike. And I looked over and I'm like, Vellner, man, I'm supposed to be the bike guy.
Patrick Vellner will be the first one off the assault bike at 33 seconds.
I will not deny that panic set in. I was like, no, you're the guy. You have made a huge mistake.
I got on that assault bike and I rode as hard as I could. And I was like, I am crushing this. And I think I had 6 calories to go. And then everyone started getting off. I was like, I am not crushing this.
First one off the bike is Annie Thorisdottir, the 5th place finisher when it came to this banger style event in 2012.
I literally feel like you're in a boxing match and I'm like I got this and I'm getting really tired. And then someone else comes from the side and punches me.
My abs were cramping up. My grip was blowing up.
And then we got to halfway. Shit, surely I'm getting close. I look through my legs. Shit, still at ages.
That block was like purgatory. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm never gonna finish this block.
Noah Wilson has moved into the lead. Doesn't have the best technique.
He's literally hitting straight down on that sled. being sold at the fitness.
I didn't know that people cheated. I didn't know that.
You go back and watch the tape, and Dinkelnuts over here who beat everyone by 2 minutes is just like hook, pull. Really, no one gonna call this? Like, no one gonna say anything here? I hope that victory feels like shit.
Sam breaks in lane number 11 is moving that 115-pound block with ease.
I shut everything else out and just kept hammering and hammering and hammering. It was like, right, I'm taking this, I'm not slowing down, I'm gonna take this event.
I didn't know if like she was finished or not. I started running, I was like, my hammer.
Noah Olsen will take the heat.
There goes Brent Makowski. That racer getting ready to finish as more and more men are crossing the finish line. Noah's daughter and David's daughter have come as well.
I was disappointed in that. Some of them did that like a drag. I didn't anticipate that. And we had a lot of people test it, and none of us cheated. None of us figured out how, like, that, okay, you can just do that drag. So, yeah, I wasn't happy about that. That was a disappointment.
I don't know what hurts the most right now.
My ego.
Your ego could use a good hit every now and then.
I f***ed up so bad. Typical me, I did this last year. I get all excited and then I forget stuff. So, this song was like on and we were lining up and I was trying to G myself up. Went out there, totally forgot to change my seat height. It was on like 8 and I was like, oh, righto.
Oh, it was horrible. Like, it was definitely hard, but it was so much fun. Like, I've never done something like that before. It was epic. Have a good night.
We're at our Airbnb and we're getting food ready for the day. No shortage of carbohydrates. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Oh, Brent. Oh well. I should have won. The 3 guys that won beat me, hooked it. They were standing like behind it and they'd hit it at the corner and pull it back. And so I came 4th and I didn't do that once, so it should have been my points. More importantly, my glory.
I'm sick of sitting on all the sand. I thought I'd clean it up for us.
I knew the meaning of it. No, I didn't. It's just my favorite emoji. That's how it started. And then I looked at the meaning and I was like, oh, okay. No, I thought that nobody knew it, but it's pretty cool meaning.
What's the meaning?
Live long and what's the second word? I don't know how to say it. Prosper.
Live long and prosper.
Prosper.
Yeah. Prosper.
We'll see.
They're awesome from start to finish. Especially everybody here that came out to Madison.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to introduce your top 10 men to the competition board. In appearance, 2 third-place finishes, a second, and of course, after 8 regional appearances, making his rookie debut.
So Strongman Sphere was just a beautiful, beautiful workout, and even more so because of the choose your own adventure nature of how it was constructed.
Strongman Sphere is absolutely going to test strength, 1,300 pounds worth of implements to get down the field. It's going to test skill when you have to walk on your hands, but it's also going to test your smarts as well.
When there's handstand walking, you got to keep your eyes on the 2-time defending champion.
I can handstand walk like while I'm dying.
Well, I was pretty determined that I was going to win that workout.
I was so excited for that one, and I love strongman, so I couldn't wait for that one.
I was scared, you know? Pretty much my worst nightmare came true. 3 steps into it and I fell, and I was like, okay, that's how this event's gonna go.
Farmer carries, yoke carries, and sled drags tax your lungs and heart rate so much. And then you kick up into a handstand. There is no reprieve here for the lungs or heart rate. You may want to call that a handstand run.
Felt like it was a 35-second event because the transitions were so fast.
It's super impressive how fast people can just move a heavy implement and kick right upside down and be off on your way. No one's kicking down anymore at the games.
Sarah Sigmund's daughter got a tough no rep.
Like, it makes you give up because you're really giving your best effort, and then somebody makes a mistake and you have to pay for it.
Catherine had the fastest transition at the halfway point and wasting no time picking up on her hands. This is going to be an absolute grenade on the point stand.
And then the event was just finished. Could have done that for 5 more rounds.
Catherine David's daughter is absolutely going to demolish the former time defeat.
Janelle Reed will finish in second, Annie Thor's daughter in third. Sarah Sigmund's daughter will lose the overall lead.
You don't want to take a chance on your last handstand walk.
I think I could see Matt break, and he was ahead of me, and I thought, let's go for it. So I decided to attempt to do it unbroken, knowing it was a little bit of a risk.
Bukowski is catching up.
I could see him slow down a bit, so I picked up my pace. Felt like I was wobbling like 3 feet side to side.
It's a battle of implements. Fraser in first, Bukowski in third in the overall standings. Who will cross the line first?
I remember I hit the chest piece and I fell, and like I went down like it was like a foot or 2 to the pavement, and I just stayed there for a second, just like, oh my God, I look so dumb right now, and like people are running over like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, like it's just my ego that's hurt. It's okay.
Is it worth it?
Did I win?
Have you seen that meme when it's like you're walking around, looking like everything's fine? Deep down inside my shoe, my sock's slipping off.
Yo, Fellner! Let's go! Sorry, we weren't allowed to leave without you.
He's such a good friend. Did Brent just stretch his long ass legs out and kick the toe of the line?
I don't know. But what I think it was he was on the yoke, and I was on the sled.
Oh, so you had the extra.
So I didn't see him behind me. So the announcers on that had to look way behind.
How prevalent do you think steroids are in the sport?
Oh my God. Yes, I think they're like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, no one does them. Yes, people do steroids. I don't think it's the people that are having the finger pointed at them. I think you'd be shocked. If the truth came out, I think you'd be shocked at the names that got listed. As in, it's not the top individual males. Look at the podium from this last year. And I don't want to insult Ben Smith or Vellner. Like, very fit individuals. But if you were just to bump into them on the street, you would never guess that they are some of the fittest humans in the world. Like, just, yes, they have muscle, they have, like, they're built, but there's a million other guys that look more built, you know?
Have you ever taken steroids?
No. Look, do you think so? Look at me. I'm like the one guy at the games everyone looks at and is like, really? Like, someone told me last year that it was funny to watch me walk on the floor because I looked like I was like a lost spectator who wandered out.
Oh, what does someone look like when they're on steroids?
I just picture the big, huge mandible and the teeth separating. But I had this girlfriend who had a huge gap between her teeth. She wasn't doing steroids.
I love that notion. I love the notion everybody thinks you can pick a steroid user based on physical appearance. And I think if that's the metric that you're using is the eye test, I was like, nobody gets it right.
And everyone would say that, like, well, like Lance Armstrong didn't look like he was on steroids, but he was.
No, that's right. Absolutely not. Lance Armstrong to me did not look like he was taking supplements. If he was taking supplements, those are not the supplements that I would be attracted to taking.
I think the thing is most people, their first thing that they think is that CrossFit Games athletes must be on steroids because they have big, well-defined muscles. They also train fitness more than anyone else in the world, so they're going to look different.
People often say to me that I use steroids because I'm big.
That's the same as like looking at a guy's suit and being like, he must be a very successful business person. I'm like, that does it for you. Of course he does. He's got a terrific suit. He has to be a CEO. Like, look at him. Like, that's such a silly thing to say. I'm like, well, look at that guy. He has big muscles. He clearly must be on steroids. You're like, really? Like, that's your unbiased scientific method for figuring it out? Good job, Sherlock. You really cracked the case.
It hurts that people think that you have to cheat to be where you are.
And I think the only way that people are capable of using is by convincing themselves that everyone else is using. And that's the most bullshit argument I've ever heard. That drives me crazy because I feel like when people say that, they're taking away from all the hard work that I'm putting in and the other people are putting in that don't do it.
Have you taken steroids before?
No.
No, I'm very skeptical with anything that goes into my body. Even just ibuprofen and I don't want anything extra into my body.
People that use steroids are people that are trying to look for the easy way, and there is no easy way to make it to the top, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think that there are steroids in our sport?
Yeah, I can. Definitely. For sure. If you're not in a sport, if you're not competing in a sport, and you want to do steroids, have at them. Who cares? If you just want to get big, yoked, strong, do whatever you want to do, have at it. It doesn't affect me, and if it makes you happy, do your thing, man. The minute you sign up for a competition where you're saying, I'm not on drugs, now you're a piece of shit. And it was his ref, as soon as the back of his rig was over the line, he was like, good, go. And then my ref, it was my sled, she was waiting until it was next to all the other equipment. It was 5 feet.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Matt's first world problems. Oh man, I only got second place in that one. Life's tough for Matt Fraser.
Yeah, people were pulling the sled.
Rolling. Right? I love this workout. Barbell and gymnastics. It's pretty fun. It's going to be interesting.
The bar muscle ups won't tax us at all. It's pretty much how I attack every workout, single bar muscle ups. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to add more weight. And then
Did you get that?
When I heard about the Muscle Up Clean Ladder, it had Cara Webb's name written all over it.
And it got announced and I went, oh shit, that's a lot of weight. And especially once you're fatigued, cleaning 350, oh, that's getting up there.
Yeah, I was nervous going into it, just about that last bar.
I think we knew going in that I'm not as strong as a lot of the girls. My 10 rep maxes are so close to my 1 reps, it's not even funny.
So obviously this event's called the Muscle Up Clean Ladder, so there are muscle ups in it, but they're really just a formality, a gatekeeper, a pain in the ass before you get to the really heavy barbells, and that's where the event was won or lost. And when I say heavy, I mean the heaviest set weight that we've ever had in an event at the CrossFit Games.
Everybody loves the heavy barbell, and we're going to add a little bit of gymnastics to that heavy barbell here in event number 9, heat 4 of 4, as Matt Fraser is trying to just run away with a second consecutive championship.
The workout didn't really start until 2:05. I remember I was going to power clean both of them, and I was like, nope, not happening. It's way too heavy.
And when you're so close, you literally I'm not gonna drop the bar, and you're trying so hard to go up. It takes so much out of you.
That dude was awesome, the guy that was reffing me. I'm running back to the bar, and he's like, no one else is running. You're running. Take this. And I'm like, all right, man, yeah, let's take this.
But again, the most important thing is that he is leading the men directly behind him on the overall leaderboard.
I hate Matt Fraser. He's so frustrating.
That workout there, in my mind, is overwhelmingly a barbell workout. And so barbell is Cara Webb, without question.
I knew that Cara would freaking crush it, Tia really surprised me. I knew she would cross it too, but I didn't think she would power clean for so long. You know who is good at cleans, you know who's good at muscle ups, but it's out of your control on how they go. So all you got to do going into a workout is focus on yourself. And that's exactly what I did.
All of these ladies are strong, Sean, but the very best in this heat are going to treat it as a race. Toomey is doing just that.
What really stood out to me was the killer mentality that I saw from Tia-Clair Toomey that I don't think I've ever seen before.
I remember Tia was next to me and I was just so impressed. She was still power cleaning like 225 or something. I was like, shit, goals.
So, got to that 350 bar and I'm hesitant, like 350. My max clean is like 375. So it's like, this is right up there percentage-wise.
It's him, the clock, and the crowd.
Second win of the weekend for the points leader, Matt Fraser.
I got to that last bar, got under, and I just yelled as soon as I caught it.
Gerard is heading into the race with Jorgen Grubitson. One of Tia-Clair Toomey's biggest issues last year was confidence in herself. Jogging in between the two like this proves to everyone that she has filled one of the most important holes in her game. It's not a bar, it's not a movement, but it's what's between the ears.
Second place the last 2 years at the CrossFit Games. She entered this event in second. She hits this right here, right now. She may very well be back in first place.
You saw it in Tia-Clair Toomey's eyes in the muscle up clean that she knew that she could win, and she attacked the workout in a completely different way. That's when I knew, second place no more, this woman can win.
When she finished that, I looked over to someone, I think it might have been Justin or someone else, and I said, she just won the CrossFit Games. Tia won the games right there. Are you showing your heart of the lion? That was the statement. That was the statement we're doing. Every year there's one of those for athletes. That was hers. There's also those to lose. 2 years ago, Matt lost his on the rope climb workout. Tia just won the games.
You have like a gray hair.
Yeah, that wasn't there 3 days ago.
It's like a white hair. I won't get it.
It's gonna get nasty.
Huh? Am I a fool to think I'm broken? Some of the guys were saying like, all right, 5 and 4. I'm like, you're a fool. You're a fool.
You gotta bring it down at least to your waist before you let go. What?
Even like no one's done that so far. So we're just the only heat that has to do it?
Tell us. I don't know, like.
So we don't actually have to do it.
Just do it.
Well, we don't actually have to.
CrossFit Games record, 100 barbells out there on the competition floor. All told, there is 13,500 pounds of barbells and weights.
I didn't have a game plan. With that workout, I just had to go.
Matt Fraser is busy doing Matt Fraser things.
The stimulus is there. Like you're in full pain mode. Your lungs are burning, your legs are burning, your grips hurting on the double unders.
And then you get into the third round, and you're like, uh-oh, I've still got so many bars to go.
Looking at my rep, what round am I on? And he was 3. I'm like, no.
Webb leading Toomey by about a rep.
17.5, it was really kind of the start of like that finishing narrative between Cara and Tia.
I would have looked at heavy 17.5 being a very strong workout for Cara.
Webb and Toomey continuing to have a virtual tie.
And to be able to toe-to-toe with her and sometimes take the lead, I was just getting so much more energy and enjoying every single moment of it. Like, we got caught up in this race. Once you're in, you're in. It's like,
I'm like, I've gone too hard.
Those missteps will add up at the end. In the last 24 events since last year's game started, Matt Fraser has had 13 finishes of first or second. It is absolute, just annihilation of the field the past 2 years.
For me at that point, it was a mental game of like, how much pain are you willing to put up with? And of course, once again, I'm chasing the guy, heat one. I can't just like throttle back and kind of coast this one in. Nope, gotta go hard all the way through.
100 more points for Matt Fraser, and he can do it walking to the platform.
That's what you call a walk-off finish for Matt Fraser.
Toomey regains the lead by just a rep or two on the double unders.
And then I have this like conversation with myself. I'm like, well, you've made your bed, you've got to lie in it now. So it's done. You don't get to pull back now. Like, you're here. If she's here, then you can be here too, and you're going to be fine.
So Cara would trip, Tia would pull ahead, Cara would chase her back down and get within a rep or so.
As much as it hurt, it was everything a competitor could dream of.
Webb slowing on the thrusters. Look at the rate of the reps of Tia Claire. Toomey can Cara Webb hang on without making the mistakes. There's a break in the set of 35 double unders.
But it's Cara Webb who wins the Battle of Australia.
It was just an awesome experience, not only for us, but for all the Aussies. And that there was such a special moment because I was able to experience that and just enjoy pushing our bodies so hard, which is what we train for every single day.
Good job, babe.
My leg. That was fun.
Yeah, fun.
That was really fun.
Yeah, I found it fun too.
I'm going to try really hard in lots of workouts. I got a running one in the morning, so I'm going to get myself ready to put in a big effort. I'm going to be tired, I'm going to be a bit sore. There's a lot of running, this is not typically my jam, but I've been working really hard to, you know, make my peace.
To the touch, my quads this morning were incredibly stiff, but functionally, as far as squatting goes, they've been like as good as I could expect, so I'm really happy. Squat juice is there.
And I thought Titanic was bad.
I think I have a herniated ab. I'm like a little bit kidding, a little bit not. It was sticking out.
Now you have a 9-pack. You should go get one on the other side.
We're done. Imagine walking on lava now, like for 3 hours. Like, oh.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, buddy. You too.
You too.
Just got out of tipping. That's so un-American.
Man, I backed you. I believe in Tia. Tia knows that. I think I probably rated too high, as she even says sometimes. But I just want to make sure that I'm delivering the best that I can, and that comes with a bit of stress to the point where you can't even go to that awesome Coliseum and soak up the atmosphere. You got to sit back there and just cheer from far.
Alrighty, let's go.
Tia and I have been dating for 10 years. At the early stages of us dating, the way we hung out, we got to hang out with each other was, I'd be a stopwatch person when she was doing her track work. Yeah, so I was coach then. Well, I'd liaise with her dad, at least. But anyway, so I'd just be on the stopwatch, and then 3, 2, 1, go. And that was my job. She'd run the field, nice. And then that was us hanging out for a little bit.
So you don't know when you're gonna get married?
Yeah, we will not be getting married in Paris.
Oh no! Whoa! Hey,
We won't be getting married.
Hey! You got to prove yourself. Maybe tomorrow.
Shane used to be a really great footballer. He still is.
That's not true. Let's get back on hand here, eh? It's embarrassing.
I'll see Shane on his phone, and that poor guy does not sleep for at least five days. That guy, he is so stressed out through it.
I felt really responsible for everything we do because I'm sort of leading her in the path of where I think we need to go. And I just take it personally because I think I'm emotionally invested and I just want what's best for her. And it's just,
it's just hard when she puts it all out there, and I feel like maybe I've left something behind.
I know it doesn't sound much, but like Shane is a really good athlete. Like he come in top 100 in the Pacific region.
Oh, you gotta get it. That is embarrassing. I mean, it's a feat. Like it's a great achievement. Like it's whatever it is. But like, Tia, come on, you're sitting #1 in the world right now, and you're coming to tell me, oh, that's embarrassing. Let's stay humble.
I've been like half struggling to get to sleep because we like walk through that Coliseum and the energy is so high, and it's like the last thing we do and then try and come home and go to bed. And so I find I'm like tired, but I'm wired, like I'm just wide awake. But then last night I was sort of packing up for today and I could feel myself falling asleep.
There's Sunday. Sunday Funday.
You have a photo on your phone and you look at it every night? Or...
I looked at it every night.
You still have it?
My precious. So.
At this stage, kind of looks like Matt Fraser's out of reach for first. Doesn't mean that something can't go wrong. So I just got to maximize my points and just let the cards fall where they fall. I think I'm going to kick some serious butt today. I think I feel probably a lot better than a lot of the other competitors, energy-wise. See me roll.
It'll be fun. I just hope I'm not gonna get like super allergic on the haystacks. Thank you. I'm like really allergic to grass. I took strong allergy pills this morning.
You're right there.
Yeah, well, I don't like sitting in the
Where'd you even get a broom?
I did.
But leading into that event, I was sore, lethargic, so worried about my legs just being heavy and not being able to run to the capability that I can.
We're just going to go all in, bro, just like we have all weekend. It's going to be fun. This first one's going to be epic.
Why was she crying? She's just happy. Yeah, she's just done everything that she's really wanted to this year, and like through all the adversity and stuff that's happened for her, she's come out on top, and she's just the best she's ever been, and she's just crushing life pretty much.
It sounds lame, but I just feel like, I don't know, all of a sudden this weekend, like I've just evolved, like I've just grown into this new part of life, and it's like that'll never go away now, like, and that's really cool, and that's a massive win for me, and that's what I look at. I thought it would always be more about the first place, and it turns out that it's not, because I'm happy right now. I'm still going to chase it, don't get me wrong.
Sorry, this one's taken.
But you're like, no, seriously.
Get out of here.
The Madison triplet was one of my favorite events at the CrossFit Games.
Like on paper, I was like, that's gonna be my favorite workout. And it wasn't.
Couldn't have been simpler. You're gonna run, you're gonna jump, and you're gonna move a heavy object over these bales. I thought it was a neat tie to the local Madison Midwest feel and flavor.
It's no coincidence that that sandbag is painted yellow because they want it to look like a big cheeseburger.
This is a whole different element. It's very itchy.
See the dudes running out in tank tops and the girls running out in booty shorts and sports bra. I'm like, never thrown hay before.
Oh, I wore shorts too. Oh my gosh. Could no one let us know? Huh? Ow. Dang it.
Yeah, I did the first round, got back on the run, looked back. Shit, I got a bit of a lead already. this is good.
And Gerard will be out in front by a pretty decent margin.
There hasn't been anyone that's been trying to virtually attack Matt, and the only one that I've seen to have that fire in his eyes has been Ricky Gerard.
I just mostly saw Ricky's back end in the distance as he crushed everyone.
Yeah, trying to catch him like in round 3 when he's 100 yards ahead of me. What am I gonna do, run a PR 400 meter time in the middle of a workout? Like, nah, probably not.
Sam Briggs is making 39 of the fittest other women in the world look like average human beings. It's incredible.
Come round 4, I was like, this is where I'm gonna make my move. And I go to start my run, and I was like, oh my God, what just happened?
I'm a good runner, but I felt like I couldn't run.
And then I just completely died. I've never had such a hard time doing a workout and push myself.
I can't feel my legs. I'm really, really tired right now.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm overtaking people in a running workout. And then that started to fire me up and get me really excited. And then it was just like burpee and get this thing over. And then that hay bale thing was just so fun.
Briggs is done. And Samantha Briggs takes yet another event at the CrossFit Games. 3rd place for Tia Toomey. Race to the line. Carl Webb is going to pass a couple of athletes late. Katrin Davidsdottir is in, and Sigmundsdottir is still on the field. There's a very good chance that she will be out of the top 3 after this event, and Annie Thorisdottir will move in. It's an event win, and it's a gigantic points win for the super rookie out of Australia, Ricky Gerard. Patrick Beller's going to finish 2nd. Fraser's going to grab 3rd. Brent Fikowski will take 4th. You see the destruction of athletes in the end zone that have finished this event. And this is just the start of the last day of competition. But Ricky Gerard has been extremely impressive at the 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games. He picks up his 2nd event win.
Months later, we found out that Ricky Gerard, his performance wasn't legitimate.
Have you taken steroids before?
No, never. I couldn't do it. Physically couldn't do it. If I did or had done it without telling anyone, or I just couldn't look at my brother or my dad in the eyes and say, I achieved what I did. Like if I came 3rd and I'd taken performance-enhancing drugs, just wouldn't feel the same. Like I couldn't look at my dad and say, like, yeah, we did it. Like, hug him and that. Like, it just wouldn't sit with me. It'd eat me away. Losers let it happen. Winners make it happen. So it sits pretty deep in my mind. In the end, if you want it, you got to make it happen. It's not going to be given to you.
Ricky tested positive at the CrossFit Games for 2 banned substances and received a 4-year suspension from competing in any CrossFit sanctioned event.
That's the one round now. That's the one round.
That was easy. It's all happening.
The sample taken from Gerard at the 2017 Games tested positive for testolone and a beta-2 agonist known as Endurobol.
No, really? That changes a lot. Really? Ricky Gerard.
These don't appear to be the kind of things that are accidentally ingested by an athlete. These look like each of them would have been a sincere attempt to take an unfair advantage in competition.
So you're saying like the scenario that I'm competing against someone that's a contender at the games and I'm competing against them and like I know they're doping, I'm gonna call them a bitch. Like you're not good enough to f with it straight, you know? Like you're not willing to put in that work, you're not willing to put in those hours. Like, get the out of here.
There are people who are working super hard to have these opportunities, and to take shortcuts, you undermine everyone else.
And then if I imagine it for myself, could I stand on top of the podium knowing that I did something wrong, and could I be proud of it? Like, is that the way that I want to win?
If I get caught, I'm gonna get at a minimum, probably a multi-year ban, screw me up, it's a small community, my reputation's gonna be in the toilet. People are gonna question all my other achievements that maybe even were legitimate, maybe they were during a time when I weren't using, but I'm gonna take that risk anyway. I'm gonna alienate some friends and family that backed me up the whole way and waved the flag the whole time.
And I'm glad we caught him. And I'm glad, I'm glad it happened in terms of like, it sends a message out. Like, yeah, we really do, Tess. If someone's cheating and we catch them, we're gonna let the world know.
Like I'm enjoying the experience. I'm taking every moment in and not letting emotions, nerves, competition, workouts kind of take that away from me. And that's like a huge thing for me this year, just so I'm enjoying it.
So what made you think to do that?
Well, good question. There was a Fittest on Earth documentary that came out, and I kind of seen my attitude and how I came across. Awesome. You probably want to delete that after today. And be like, this bitch is not worth my photo. After this first workout.
Don't get in your head.
No, it's already in my head.
No.
It's too far in my head.
That's part of the
Can you just merge into like everyone else, like, and pretend that you're filming everyone else and not just me?
Yes.
Okay. I think that was definitely a big wake-up call, and I know my parents didn't bring me up to be that way, and I know that's not who I really am. And so I thought it would be best to change and like actually just enjoy it. Have a joke, have fun with my friends. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the man bun. The man bun.
Who is it?
The man, I don't know his name. Shut up. I just love you. No, yours. Oh, thanks. Izzy, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
I want to see Webb.
Webb?
Webb is just not, she's, oh my gosh. Next year, I want you to work on those 100 presses. I am the weirdest fan ever.
They're coming out.
Okay.
What do we got here?
People don't realise how big CrossFit is in Australia and how much Aussies are sports fans. And so everyone will just be so stoked, like, just to see us girls up there. And I just think it's really cool to be a part of that. That was a fail.
I know we at least have 2 workouts left. We might have 3, we might have 4.
What are you hoping for?
The more the better for me. I need more time to fight.
Live long and be, no, what's the word? Prosper.
I'm doing well. Looking forward to tomorrow's sleep-in though.
How much did you sleep last night?
3 hours. That's on me.
Bring it. Like, let's just do it, hey.
It's gonna get wrapped out, let's do it properly. Kidding.
Right.
And I felt like this year, I wasn't doing anything special. I couldn't find my magic. I just go out in the field and I would just perform. Not bad. I wasn't unhappy or disappointed, but it wasn't that magical feeling. We're talking strategy and Ben just says to me, just go. And I was like, okay.
At this stage, I was still sitting in first. There was 2 workouts to go. It was so close to the end, but definitely so much to do before the end result. And I was like, well, overhead squat is Kara's favorite movement. What am I gonna do about this one?
Starts with 2 rope climbs, then 7 calories on the skier. Then you get to the reps that actually count, the overhead squats.
We're all trying to get to 75 reps of overhead squats.
And here's where this event takes a twist. You will work as hard as you can to get those overhead squats. You're working towards 75, but at 2 minutes, the time stops.
I've got so much respect for a lot of the competition Tia plays against. There's so many powerhouses. I knew this would be great for them, and Tia's just going to have to work hard.
If you want to win, you're going to have to push the pace of the squats in this round. There's no pacing, there's no gaming. Get the work done.
1, 2, 3 off the skier. It's daughter, daughter, and daughter.
I just wanted to go.
First man to take a step forward is Noah Olson.
He loves to go out fast, and he'll go out fast early.
How often does a person win the first round of a workout, then go on to win the entire workout?
30 reps in the book for Noah Olson.
Round 1 is done. Catherine Davis' daughter is the leader through 31 reps.
It was a very fun workout to have because you had that 1 minute to scan where your competition was on the floor as well.
You can hear a pin drop and there's this silence and everyone's looking. Oh, whose barbell's just a little further? Oh, he's got about 3 rep lead on the other guy. I made a conscious effort to keep my hands off my legs. So if anyone looked over at me, they'd think, oh boy, he's already ahead of me and look how good he looks. Like, I'm not going to be able to catch him.
Interval 2 underway.
During those rest periods, you had all the time in the world to stop and be like, oh, I'm actually losing. I'm losing by this much. Well, that sucks. Wow. I thought during the next interval, my game plan was going to be this, but I'm going to have to change that or so-and-so's going to keep gaining on me.
Toomey is actually sitting in 9th place in this heat.
It was like I totally didn't know what I was doing out there.
It's still in all Iceland top 3.
I remember doing that rope climbing. Everything is burning.
I definitely knew where Katrin was. Her cycle time on squats tends to be a little bit faster than mine.
I could like see it from the side, like she was like dropping back to her shoulders, and I hadn't practiced it, and I was like, I just gotta keep going. And I was like, hey girl, like you're really good at overhead squats, and you're really good at skiing, like you need to hurt a little bit here, and you need to go a little bit faster.
4th and final interval. It's the only interval of 3 minutes.
Noah Olsen thrashed and burned.
At a certain point, my hands and arms were just completely numb.
This could be the end of the road for Noah Olsen's podium hopes.
He rope burned the shit out of himself. He's gonna have fun with that one.
And this crowd has just come alive as simultaneously walking to their bars, Brent Mikowski and Matt Fraser. 3 event wins in his first 3 years. 4 this weekend for Matt Fraser. You've been asking for it all weekend. Where's the Katrin we saw in 2015 and 2016? We see her again in event number 12.
Katrin Davidsdottir picking up the win.
Amy Thorisdottir in second. Sarah Sigmundsdottir right behind, but it's Cara Webb.
That's not right. She was in the 72.
Something is amiss here, and it could have major implications.
Cara Webb decided not to do all the reps. It's faster if you don't.
Yeah, my judge and I had some miscommunication. So he called me to go, and I did 3 reps short. And I thought it looked funny because I was like looking ahead, and I was like, oh, looks like I've got one more square. But this guy's like, go, go, go. So I'm like, all right, I'll go. And he like just yells out, shit, and she like waves her arm over at me, and I'm like, I've like just died a little bit in this workout. And I'm on the other side, just like, and I'm like, what?
If someone doesn't do the reps properly, that's totally out of my control. I do not care. Boz and everyone are part of the team that decides on what happens with that type of call. They're the professionals, they deal with it.
And what they're gonna have to do is they're gonna have to go back and count the total number of repetitions to confirm that she did 75 total overhead squats.
Everyone's kicked up a stink because they're like, nah, you didn't do all the reps. And I'm like, it's no big deal. They just add a couple of seconds, I'll get a couple of places lower. That's it, that's it. But they're making a bigger deal about it than I am.
It's the last day. They're so tired because they've been judging like non-stop. And like, yes, they're professional and you like to say that everything's done perfectly, but they're human beings and there is such thing as human error. I make mistakes all the time and that's all I saw it as. I'm like, oh, it's a bit unfortunate. Like it'd be good if I did the 3 and got a time or whatever. But it just is what it is. Like what are we gonna do about it, you know? We'll just figure out how to fix it, give me an appropriate time, move on.
So what happened is you got 72 reps across the finish. I went back and looked at your last set from 69 to 72.
Sure.
From the time you stood that one up, walked forward, did 3 more, 6 seconds.
Yep.
So I feel like that's the only fair way we can resolve this to add that.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it would have taken that. Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
Wasn't the most crushing of workouts, but it was mentally and like technically very much a challenge.
One for me, one for Tia.
think we've been here before. Obviously, we're still in a great position. We're still in a very strong position. It's just not where we wanted to be. When we talk about executing the workout, we'll just be behind the pace of what we'd liked and what we discussed leading into it. And yeah, that's it sometimes, eh? It's coming down to this last workout.
Went from 2nd to 4th in the event.
Okay. How are we doing now?
Good. Got a bit of adrenaline pumping through my veins. I'm like, I just have to do me the way I've been doing it just one last time. It's scary. It's real scary.
I kept myself sane the whole weekend until this point. Handstand push-ups and deadlifts are two of my weakest movements.
The universe is testing me, and I had a feeling that this was going to happen.
He's not making it easy on you there, Shane. Good. Hey, good.
This is how we want it.
Learning, lesson learned. Great. Actually, f***ing great.
Pumped.
Once that was released, I was like, this is awesome. I love deadlifts, I love handstand push-ups, and everyone's going to struggle in overhead walking lunges.
The tests don't always have to be these big grand spectacles because the athletes will make the memories out of the events. They're going to throw their hearts out on the field and they're going to create those moments with whatever the programming is.
It's going to be a nail biter though, the guys' final heat. Real nail biter on there. 1-2. Who's going to come in first?
As the weekend wore on, I'd never counted myself out, but about halfway through Sunday, it became very apparent that he was still in a class of his own. He's still just better than everyone. And it's pretty cool to try to test yourself against the best, you know, the best CrossFit athlete on the planet.
When I'm on the competition floor, I see no one in the crowd. I don't hear the music. Like, it's just like tunnel vision, focusing on the stuff that I have to focus on.
Matt Fraser is about to become the second man to win multiple CrossFit Games championships.
I was like jumping through the roof of like, as long as you hit that minimum work requirement, you're golden. But still, it's like minimum work requirement or you're not on the podium. Been doing this all week and then it comes down to 13 deadlifts and 13 handstand push-ups, like, damn.
We didn't have parallettes in the warm-up area and he's got dumbbells there and he's measured out how high the parallettes are. And he's measured out how high his iPhone is. It's 2 and this many iPhones, 2 iPhones. I kick up, I'm like, I still feel like I'm really close to the wall. They're wrong, it doesn't feel right. They're too close, they're too wide. He's trying real hard to make this work for me just to warm up.
I don't think anyone else knew what the minimum work requirement was like in the crowd, but I knew. And I was like, there it is, right there.
And that might be the first time I've ever seen him smile in the middle of an event. Soak it in, Matt. The most dominant performance of all time.
This is what I was grinding for all year, and it paid off. And so really taking the time to soak it all in.
89 feet between Matt Fraser and the second straight CrossFit Games championship.
If you don't execute this workout correctly, you could lose the CrossFit Games, and you have been leading almost the whole entire time. So do not have a repeat of last year because you knew how you felt.
Last year, the word was domination. This year, it is dynasty. For the second straight time, Matt Fraser is the fittest man on earth.
He was going to return as a champion and he was going to lead as a champion. And that was obvious early on.
Your 2017 New York CrossFit Games champion, Matt Fraser!
Pia Claire Toomey beats Aura Webb by 6 points. That is the difference between first and second in our points.
The final heat of the Fibonacci final is underway. It starts with 3 deficit handstand push-ups, then 5 kettlebell deadlifts.
Tia Claire Toomey finds herself in 8th, Cara Webb in 7th after round number 1 because Jamie Green leads the way.
Those ladies went out super hot, but all I cared about was Cara.
Annie Forrestadter will move away from the wall. She is now out in front. Tia Claire Toomey moves ahead of Cara Webb, and she's getting a couple of reps in that interval between her and Cara.
Webb is done, and now she is coming to the kettlebell. Annie Forrestadter, who came in 3rd place overall, is on her way down the floor. She can lock up a spot on the podium if she finishes ahead of Sarah Sigmundsdottir. And this crowd is going insane. Sigmundsdottir's a couple feet ahead. Cara Webb and Tia Toomey are neck and neck. Sarah Sigmundsdottir's in, but will it be enough to get her back onto the podium? Annie Forrestadter is in. She may have a bronze medal. Tia Toomey is still ahead of Cara Webb. Toomey is not going to break. Cara Webb does. Webb hits the kettlebells down. Tia Toomey comes from the land down under, and she just got a no rep. That's Cara Webb. Toomey is back up. Cara Webb is right behind her. Tia still hang on.
They are neck and neck at the line. Oh my goodness, what a finish!
It just sunk. It happened again.
I knew that she'd gotten in front of me by milliseconds, and I was just so frustrated at myself that I had let that be the outcome. I've let Shane down.
Tia, come over. We did the whole high five at the end of it, and all she said was, I didn't make it. It just sunk in again, but this time I wasn't gutted for myself. I was sorry for her. So then I had to get out of there because, I don't know, I just felt like, what can I do? So I ended up walking up the top of the stadium. And as I got to the top, I just sort of had a couple big deep breaths going. And I just remember I'm just gazing at the big screen. Cara was 7th, Tia was 8th.
I gave her a hug and I told her she'd been very impressive. She just looked at me and she said, I don't think I did it. That's all she said. I'm here right now, I'm standing up there and I can't believe it. And I'm just like, it's done. You know, you just get this massive emotional dump, and there was not one single part of me at that point in time that was disappointed at all. I was so happy.
So I'm going through the phone, I'm like going through my phone, and I look up at the points knowing that it's a 6-point difference. And at this stage, Castro's called Cara and Tia up.
Your 2017 Fittest Woman Alive is from Australia. Your 2017 Reebok CrossFit Games champion is Tia Claire Toomey.
And my most favorite moment of all time was actually going to find Shane in the crowd and just hug him and just like thank him for everything that he has done.
it really hurt. It really did fight. Now I know what it feels like to hear someone else's name called when I know it could have been my name. And when you know you can win, it really hurts to hear someone else's name called. That can drive me to work so hard. Maybe not winning this year, we're gonna make that the best thing that could have happened to me.
I looked up at the leaderboard on the screen and it's just, they're all amazing. It's quite a group of girls to be a part of.
Pretty empty, actually. I was bummed about the workouts that I should have done so good at, but I didn't. Oh, I'm gonna come back so hungry. I'm gonna think about that last workout. It's gonna drive me. It's gonna make me so much stronger.
Thank you, I'm so happy. Like, I want it to be me, but like, to see her up there, I'm like, that's my next choice. That's my next choice.
Yeah, man, it was good to know you. Yeah, man, for sure. Next year, back again. I received the invitation.
Oh, I want to wear this for 12 months. Until I get one that says one.
Oh, yeah. What does it feel like right now?
Oh, speechless, man. Hasn't sunk in yet. It still feels like a dream. It's so surreal right now. I don't know. It's just the beginning for me. I have plenty more years in me, and this is my life. I'm hungry. I'll be back next year, bigger and better. So.
I'm the original daughter. And I'm still there. No, I said as a joke that I am the original daughter. But I kind of am, right?
Look, you can't rewrite history, and forever on the 2017 CrossFit Games leaderboard, you will see Ricky Garrage's name in 3rd place, but you'll see a huge strike through the middle of it because, as we now know, he was dirty.
He's retarded. That's typical Rick Garrage. Big heart, small brain.
It's a shame. I was really excited for him and the Australian community as a whole, so it's disappointing.
The biggest travesty around performance-enhancing drugs, in my opinion, is the fact that you are taking something away from your competitors who are not using, and it's basically stealing from them. For Vellner not to get a chance to stand on the podium, yeah, he'll never ever get that back. You feel for him. He had something taken away from him. He was the 3rd place winner according to the rules of the CrossFit Games, and it's going to go down in history. The only place it'll be noted is now it says it on his Instagram account, on his profile, I noticed. The rest of us saw Ricky Garrage get the credit.
It's a shame to see scandals like that come out just because it sort of put all of the games athletes under fire, and there was a wild backlash from that. We've all had a ton of allegations put out that everybody's on drugs now. It puts a slight on all the athletes who work really hard and try their best to be the best they can be without help from drugs or what have you. So yeah, it was a little bit sad, and I mean, I felt like I would have loved to have celebrated on the podium with Brent, like a friend and countryman, and had that podium ceremony 2 years in a row and had that moment in the sun. And you sort of lose that. Like, I lost an event win, I lost my medal ceremony, I lost a few things, and like, we work really hard, and those are the things you work so hard for. Like, people aren't in the gym all year round trying to go and participate. Like, we want to win, we want to push ourselves the best we can, and that's the reward. So to lose out on that, it really cheapens the 3rd place. I mean, it doesn't feel the same. I'd say by the time I found out about it, I mean, I'm closer to the 2018 games than I am to the 2017 games. So it's sort of like that's coming on, and I haven't thought about it for months, and then it just sort of came down the pipe, and it's great, but it's just not the same.
I'm very happy with 2nd place. I think this weekend that was the best possible outcome for me. 1st place was out of reach this year. Matt Fraser was too good. I'm not one to like put a picture of Matt Fraser on my roof and curse at him every night before I go to bed, but it's more just about becoming as good as I can be, and right now, Matt's the best.
I'm having the time of my life, you know, the stuff that we get to do, the opportunities we get to travel the world and do these wild ass things, you know, it's because of that. So yeah, I'll keep grinding, I'll keep hustling for a little bit longer.
I'm happy that I got to the podium again. There were a lot of people that thought I was just done, like burned out, that I was just there to compete. I'm not just there to be a part of it. I'm there to compete for first place. And I feel like I proved a lot of people wrong there.
I was so happy. Like, I can honestly say I was just so stoked that I was finally on the podium. I was up there in second spot, and I was just, I'm supposed to be second right now. The only thing that I half was the 2 points thing. But then I like looked at it on the other side and I was like, well, you were only 2 points out from being the fittest on earth. Plus, I always said that if I ever win, I think I'll win it properly. It won't be like as close like that. It'll be guaranteed.
You know her, you love her. Bring up Olympian Tia Claire Toomey.
Shane and I had set that goal of achieving the fittest on earth together, and we were successful at it. That's all that matters. Coming into the games, I never focused on winning. I was honestly just focusing on being a positive person and being happy with all my performances. And that there was so positive for me to actually be able to execute everything I needed to, which ended in the result that I wanted.
I think Tia's super duper dangerous. I think that the worst thing that these athletes could have ever done is let her taste victory.
Matt Fraser delivered the most dominant performance in the history of the sport of fitness, and Tia Claire Toomey redeems 2 close misses with a performance of a lifetime. But only 2 points separated her and Cara Webb, which as a fan makes me happy because this thing's just getting started.
So what now?
Repeat, 2018.